Hi. It's just me. It's just me coming to you on I don't even know what, uh, Tuesday, a Tuesday afternoon. Hello. All right, I guess I'll get started. I was trying to wait to see if someone would jump on, but I don't want the video to drag on and be too long. Listen, folks, how are y'all doing? This is your main man, Matt B. Got a quick little message for y'all today in my Hidden Voices shirt. Oh, man, we out here doing the work, folks. Listen, quick message, okay? News flash, breaking news. There is an election in 1 week. 6.5 days from now, we're voting, okay? We're voting in one of the most important elections in St. Petersburg's history, okay? Uh, for the African American community, this election means everything. What happens in the next really 2 or 3 years, really the next year, is going to decide if there is going to be a Black St. Petersburg, or is it going to be across the board priced to the point where working class Black people can no longer afford to live in St. Petersburg. That's what's on the ballot in this next election, which is happening next Tuesday, folks. We're voting next Tuesday, all right? And I just want to share something with you guys from previous elections. This is not what I'm thinking about. This is not something that I'm guessing on. This is something that statistically is the facts, okay? 20%, put it up here in your face, okay? Black voter turnout, meaning Black voter turnout. 20% of the African Americans that are registered to vote, 20% of them turn out to vote. That's what that 20% number is. We're not even talking about the number of African Americans that are not even registered to vote, okay? But of the African Americans that are registered to vote, only 20% of those people go to the polls, folks. There's an election, okay? There's an election in 6.5 days, folks. All right. And I'm sure there's voters out there that don't even know that. So I just want to say breaking news, we're voting now. People have been voting for a few weeks now. But the election, the primary election in St. Petersburg's most important election to date, and St. Petersburg Black community, this is the most important election for South St. Petersburg for one reason. We're losing our land at a really, really high rate already. We're losing it. We're losing our land, okay? St. Petersburg, South St. Pete is really not Black anymore. And I don't have a problem with that. The problem I have is that Black people don't have the choice anymore. They're being pushed out of neighborhoods that generations have lived in, okay? And the next mayor of St. Petersburg will ultimately decide the fate of Black America, okay? Black St. Petersburg. And we have an election in 1 week. I was just like to say, wake up somebody. Please, there's an election going on. 20% of registered Black voters turn out to vote, okay? Now, in comparison, 70% of white voters turn out, registered white voters, okay? 70% of them turn out, okay? Now, you want to know why 70% of the resources go to one side of town and it seems like a few 20 or so percent trickles back? It's because we are not represented in the process. Our voice is at volume 20 while everybody else in the city's voice is at 70. So guess who they're listening to? They're definitely not listening to the lesser number. So we need to boost our voter turnout. I just want to jump in and just say that change is not going to happen, okay, if we don't vote at a higher number than 20%. All right, 20%. So there's an election next Tuesday. Okay, the next mayor of St. Petersburg, to be honest with you, will be decided on this Tuesday during the primary. So please, please pay attention. There's an election going on. We have some great candidates, but you need to know that only 20% of us turn out, 20% of black people turn out, 70% of white people turn out, folks. So if we don't make a difference, we don't stand up and vote. If you don't get in the game and vote, folks, you cannot sit on the sideline and complain when nothing is happening for you. You cannot sit on the sideline and complain when you're living in Pinellas Park and Tarpon Springs because the neighborhood you grew up in does not look like the neighborhood that you grew up in. And when I say that, there's nothing wrong with the area improving. The problem is that it's improving at a rate that the people that lived there for years cannot keep up with. So we're getting priced out of our neighborhood. And we have a very important election coming up next Tuesday. Would you please remind somebody to get out and vote? That's all I want to say today. Is 6 minutes and 14 seconds. I'm 1 minute and 14 seconds over. But listen, folks, we're voting. There's an election on next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we are voting, folks. Get your behind out and vote, folks. This election is critical for the city of St. Petersburg and super critical for St. Petersburg's black population, meaning South St. Pete. South St. Pete is on the ballot, folks. If we don't get the right mayor to represent us in this election, folks, South St. Petersburg is no longer going to be something that black folks can call my community. All right, it's quickly slipping away. So get out and vote. Remember, your voice matters. And if you're only sitting on the sideline and complaining, get in the game and use your vote. Use your voice. And if you got any problems or any questions, listen, leave a comment on this post. I'll gladly help you out. All right. And if you need some help deciding on who to vote for, I'll give you some of the pros and cons of each of the candidates because I've been fortunate enough to talk to all of them. So, guys, get out and vote. There's an election in less than 1 week, folks. All right, I appreciate y'all. I love you. Until next time, dream big, love more, be beautiful, and be the change you want to see. I think we need to say that different. Be the change you want to see and stay beautiful. I love y'all. All right, till next time, Matt B. signing out.